New York City, a sprawling metropolis that has become a symbol of ambition, innovation, and progress. Its skyline is known around the world, a concrete and steel testament to human creativity and determination, but behind the towering skyscrapers and iconic landmarks lies a rich history, a story of architectural evolution that stretches back centuries. Before New York became the vertical city we know today, it was a humble Dutch settlement called New Amsterdam, founded in the early 1600s. The architecture of this period was simple, low-rise wooden structures influenced by European colonial designs. Francis Tavern, built in 1719, is one of the few surviving examples of this era. Colonial architecture in New York City was practical, built to serve the needs of a bustling port town. Brick buildings began to replace wood after several devastating fires, but the overall design remained modest compared to what was to come. As the 19th century unfolded, New York began to grow. The brownstone house, with its distinctive sandstone facade, became a symbol of middle-class prosperity. Found primarily in Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Harlem, these row houses were designed in a variety of styles: Italianate, Greek Revival, and Romanesque Revival. Brownstones were more than just homes. They represented the aspiration of a growing city where people sought permanence and style in their architecture. The wide streets lined with these iconic homes still stand as a reminder of New York's pre-skyscraper era. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, New York underwent a seismic transformation. The age of the skyscraper had arrived. With the invention of the steel frame and the development of the elevator, architects could now build taller than ever before. One of the first examples was the Flatiron Building, completed in 1902. Its triangular shape made it an instant icon. But it was the Woolworth Building, completed in 1913, that became known as the Cathedral of Commerce. At 792 feet tall, it was the tallest building in the world at the time, and its neo-Gothic design set the standard for future skyscrapers. The 1920s and 30s brought with them the golden age of Art Deco. Two buildings in particular came to define New York's skyline during this era: the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building. The Chrysler Building, completed in 1930, is often considered one of the most beautiful skyscrapers in the world. Its gleaming stainless steel spire and decorative elements celebrate the machine age, a nod to the automobile company that funded its construction. The Empire State Building, completed in 1931, became a symbol of resilience during the Great Depression. At 1,250 feet, it held the title of the world's tallest building for nearly 40 years. Its sleek, understated design is a perfect example of how form met function in the Art Deco movement. After World War II, New York's architectural landscape changed again. The 1950s and 60s saw the rise of the international style, characterized by clean lines, glass facades, and a focus on function over ornamentation. One of the best examples is the United Nations headquarters, completed in 1952. Alongside the international style, brutalism also made its mark. Buildings like the Whitney Museum, designed by Marcel Breuer, brought raw concrete and imposing forms to the city's architectural mix. In the late 20th century, postmodernism emerged as a reaction to the minimalist international style. Buildings like the AT&T Building, with its ornamental top, marked a return to more playful, decorative architecture. Today, New York's skyline continues to evolve. The One World Trade Center, completed in 2014, stands as a powerful symbol of resilience and rebirth after the tragic events of 9/11. At 1,776 feet, it is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. Contemporary architecture in New York is defined by its diversity. From the sleek lines of the Hearst Tower to the artistic statement of the Vessel at Hudson Yards, the city remains a laboratory for architects pushing the boundaries of design. As New York City moves forward, its architecture will continue to evolve, reflecting the spirit of innovation that has always driven this great city. From its humble colonial beginnings to its towering modern skyline, New York's architecture tells the story of a city always reaching for the sky. And as long as there are dreamers, designers and builders, New York will continue to be a beacon of architectural wonder.